Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the late start. This is going to be a much shorter stream than yesterday because Fortnite updated. Fortnite updated, which I should have seen coming since it is Halloween season. They got Scooby-Doo and Doja Cat now, so that's pretty cool. Speaking of Doja, I did finally win a Ticketmaster war, and I got some stuff for Doja. I hesitate to call it a Ticketmaster war because it's the easiest Ticketmaster queue I've ever been in. But I think a lot of people saw how there weren't tickets like selling out and they like waited and they're like, oh, I can think a little more on this. And then like the flex pricing kicked in as people chipped away at them and tickets started to go up and up. And once people realized that, there was a panic at the end. But yeah, I just found nothing fancy. I just found some like cheap $100 tickets and I'm like, that's pretty close. That's as close as I want to be. Let me just grab them. And it's like a full year out. But I'm like, hey, I'd rather buy them for 100 now than like 600 later. Maybe I'll win another Ticketmaster war one day. But yeah, if you are a Fortnite fan, it looks like that stuff is all updated and ready to go. We will be in Fortnite's editor today, because in case you missed the last stream, in case you missed our planning stream, or you are new to the channel and haven't seen any of these game dev streams, I am a professional level designer, so I do a lot of level design stuff, for my day job, but I do like to do some personal work and just some for fun stuff, especially in areas that are like a little outside of level design, just to increase other skills. So yeah, for October, also Blocktober for level designers, we're actually going to be revising a project that we did for last year's Blocktober project, which was a Fortnite tycoon using UEFN. And it was Wizard of Oz themed, so it was really good first pass. The gameplay loop is like all there that I want, but there's a lot of polish that I want to do on it, so that's what we're focusing on this month and a little into next as well. Since we've got Wicked for Good coming out, I figured we could just let it spill over. No harm, no foul. So yesterday we set up some extra weapons vendors across the map, and got that set up. Today because it's a short stream, we're not going to do a full art pass. Again, I'm a designer, not an artist, so we're using a lot of like kits and stuff here, but even just like knowing how to set those up is not my area of expertise. But we are going to attempt to do or at least start putting in some assets and getting some ideas on how we want to art pass the Emerald City today, because we at least have placeholder stuff in, and we have the assets we want to work with in that first pass done on every other area of the map. I do want to do maybe some set dressing work and some Vista work by the end of the month. But the Emerald City is the most block out of it all. It's all like cylinders and cubes, and it's just all the same green material on it. So we're going to try to give it a little bit more pizzazz, make it slightly better. Even if today's just skimming through all the assets, that'll still put us in a better position than the state it is in now. So yeah, today's stream will probably just be like a little over an hour, so I can get into work as well. And yeah, if you're newer to the channel, I know especially we got a lot of folks coming in from the last video essay, so I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I do the video essays on a monthly basis, so the next one will be on YouTube on November 7th, and it will be about Zelda development and how them being like reactionary is a bit different to how other developers have reactionary development and stuff. So that will be out, and usually if you are subscribed on Twitch, you get to take a peek at the first pass of those video essays a month early on the 1st of the month. So that's when those video essays go up. And then I might make a separate VODs channel at the start of next year, but for now VODs go up on the same channel as well. And I'm a variety streamer, so we're doing a lot of game dev streams now for Blocktober, and I do like to keep this up on a weekly basis year round. But we just did a playthrough of Hades 2. I'm still playing through all the epilogue stuff off stream. That's my game of the year 100%. But we're going to play stuff like the new Pokemon Legends game coming out later this month. We're going to play Hyrule Warriors in November. Probably a little bit of stuff like Kirby Air Riders. Check out Paralives because I like my life sims also. Maybe jump back into Sims 4 briefly in Inzoi in December as well. And we've hit our follower goal, so we're a bit packed this month, but November, December, we are going to squeeze in a little bit of Sonic Unleashed as well, since we hit that follower goal. Which is nice, because the last video essay I did on the Sonic franchise kind of hinted at me wanting to hit this follower goal this year so that we could play Sonic Unleashed close to that, so I just have to get the game from GameStop. I am going to get the Wii version, because I don't want to play any, like, PC ported version, even though it's, like, the good version is what everyone's telling me. I just want to play it as genuinely as I can off of a console, especially for my first time actually playing it. And then the other options would be, like, the PS3, Xbox 360 eras. I don't have a PS3, and PlayStation's not very backwards compatible. I think it used to be part of the catalog, but it's not anymore, unfortunately, so I don't have a way to play that. And my dad does have an Xbox 360. I could borrow it again. That's what I did for Sonic 06, but it's a lot of lugging consoles back and forth, so I don't even have the Wii specifically. I left that with my parents. I have a Wii U, so the Wii version is the best version to play, and if anything, hearing that it's slightly different from the other console versions kind of sparked a game dev itch in me. I'm like, is that so? Well, now I need to play it, so please don't get angry with me for playing the Sonic Unleashed version. I'm very, very excited to check that out when we get time for it on the calendar, but it will be this year. And also, we will be playing more Hades 2 on Sunday, and this Saturday we will be playing Elden Ring. It is my first playthrough of it, and we are quite far into the game now, so if you're excited to see a newbie try to get through, like, the last third of the game, then this is the spot to be. But that's enough yapping for now. This is currently the Emerald City. As you can see, I put an effort into, like, our little Munchkin Land town here, with the yellow brick road. We've got, like, Vista castles. We've got our stuff for, like, the Wicked Witch. And then we've got our poppy field. So not, like, I wouldn't call this, like, professional art quality, because I'm not a professional environment artist, but a lot, very, very passable, especially for a little tycoon level. The Emerald City sticks out. It sticks out because I was like, I don't have the brain power to block out another castle right now, so this is kind of where we left it, and it is kind of the biggest eyesore. However, as you can see, I was grabbing different pieces to see, like, what we wanted to do and stuff. I don't think either of these will end up working, though, so I'm just gonna delete them real quick, because I found this beauty. I don't know where it was hiding, but this is perfect. This is basically perfect to reach the heights of what we can do and form the outside, and then we can do, like, stuff like this, kind of clipping in and out of it. So I want to line the outside with this first and foremost, and then we can look at, like, how to fill the gaps, because I also think the inside I want to use this wall here, which is actually, like, the Hexylvania wall, I believe, and then I slapped the same, like, kind of green coating over it. And that works for me, so this is what I want to line the outside. If the inside's all the same color green, that I can work with a little bit more. Ignore the Jonesy of Oz. He's just chilling. He's just chilling. We might have to move some of these houses. Are you not in a group? No. Why aren't you in a? Why aren't you in a group? Or wait, you are in a group. There we go. I was like, have I lost my mind? So let's scoot you. Where did you go? Oh my gosh. Do like on this side of the road, maybe? Right on the yellow brick road. Okay, I am getting a little messed up though, because the perspective and lit controls, I think this is a Unreal 5.6, 5.7. This is an Unreal 5 thing in a recent update. I'm still using Unreal 5.5, I believe, for our other stream project, which is we've been remaking some arenas from Kid Icarus Uprising and all that. We are going to get back to that at the end of the year once we're done with this. But so all the camera stuff is usually on the left, and then all the snapping is usually on the right. So I'm a little, yeah, if you see me like looking at the wrong spots, it's because I'm confused as hell. I feel like that's such a mean thing to change. It's like such a minor detail, but sometimes I think they update the UI and Unreal stuff just to like make fun of people, you know, and be like, hey, you know what will really throw someone off today? Then where do we want to put you? And then if you're wondering what these are little combat spaces that are blocked off by like this void. If you're like, oh, that's kind of ugly and ruins the approach of the whole thing. I know, and don't worry, it will be getting an overhaul next week, hopefully. Because actually, I've been talking about wanting to portal into a separate space for combat training. Part of me is wondering, if it could also make sense to, I'm gonna leave this clipping in here for now because I know we're gonna take these down. If we could just have enemies, like, maybe spawn in our, ooh, let me write this down. If we could just have enemies spawn in on, like when you walk into the trigger. And we can have like a visible magic circle effect on like a spline, maybe. Yeah, that will work, but we'll focus on that more again next week, because we'll be doing another stream of this tomorrow. We'll be streaming a couple streams of this for some morning streams next week. Essentially, our morning streams that I usually do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. streaming on Thursday today because I missed the Monday one. But yeah, usually for morning streams, this month it's going to be mostly Blocktober stuff, but we are going to take a brief, like, pause as we check out, Pokemon Legends. So let me see if we... So if we have you here... Yeah, if we have the walls sunken in a little bit more, how far back can you? Maybe do something like this. No, that's gonna now clip into the houses over here, oh my god. We could do something where we lower it a bit. We could do something like this. We start on this part. That might work better. Because yeah, we need the bigger parts at the back here, which hopefully doesn't collide into the little the apple orchard back there. Just outlining this whole thing might be the stream today, but you know what, we have put it off for so long, we do need to do this now. Actually, let's just put a little house over here too. This space can be broken up a little better. Let's try that, and then just raise this up. Or this actually can only go up to here. Sometimes I don't talk much during these, like, art pass and, like, blocking streams because I'm just locked in, so my bad. It's a very, very chill stream this morning. If it makes it better for the Pokemon streams, I will probably be yelling in confusion. I'm very excited for Pokemon, though. I am a huge Nintendo fan, so if you are a massive Nintendo hater on Reddit, then you might not like me much. I hope you can still enjoy some stuff on the channel. I'm playing Elden Ring. Everyone loves Elden Ring, right? But yeah, I do criticize Nintendo, like, I'm a huge Mario Kart fan. I do have Mario Kart World because I got it in the bundle, right? My family plays it a ton, so it's, like, absolutely worth it to me. But is it in general worth $80 to $90? Not at all. Not at all. So I'm not gonna call Nintendo flawless, right? I will call them out when they do stuff. I'm a huge, if you guys couldn't tell by the Lumas, I'm a huge Mario Galaxy fan. It's one of the games that have defined me. Am I playing it right away? No, unfortunately, because I'm buying like 3 new Nintendo games on launch. In fact, even Prime 4, which I've been waiting for a while, it launches so close to Christmas that I'm going to wait and pick it up over the holidays as well. Just because, you know, it is an incredible lineup, but when all the games are like $70, you do have to kind of pick and choose. So unfortunately, not all of these games are gonna win, or they're gonna have to wait. Even though I think Galaxy and Prime will be like my favorites, right? They gotta wait because the reason I'm not streaming Prime 4 is because I streamed Dread, and that was an amazing experience. I kind of want to replay Dread on stream. Or I feel like maybe I should check out, if I wanted a similar experience, I definitely need to check out Hollow Knight and Silksong at some point. But yeah. Prime makes me first-person shooters, despite actually most of my level design career, like probably over 50% of it has been first-person shooter work, but I get very motion sick with first-person shooters as well, as the thing about that. So I already get motion sick when playing Sonic games, so I don't want to throw up. I don't want to throw up. I want to be able to like pace myself and take my time and make sure I'm really like taking in and enjoying everything about Prime 4, and not having to worry about that. But yeah, the reasons I chose Pokemon to stream next is because, despite me not playing a lot of Pokemon, because I just made a whole video on how I love buggy games, right? But a lot of Pokemon does feel repetitive to me. There's not a lot for me that breaks it one game apart from the other. I know it's always like, oh, well, there's new Pokemon, and I'm like, well, yeah, I'd expect any game to have new characters, you know? It's never been as strong as a pull for me, but my favorite games have been Pokemon X. It was kind of like the only mainline Pokemon game I ever fully beat as a kid, and I adored it until my dog, shout out Kiko, she ate the cartridge, and I did buy another one, and I have it right there next to me, on my shelf. I've never actually opened it because I like immediately bought it to replace it. This was years ago, like when we first got Kiko, so several years ago now, and I just still haven't opened it because I'm like, well, dang, how am I gonna replace the goats, you know? That was my team, man. But we'll see. Maybe one day. Okay, this stuff is eating up a lot more space than I originally planned for, as you can tell. Also, they keep doing the lawn work whenever I do my morning streams, man, and it just I'm glad the apartment looks pretty, but dang. So I wouldn't have been able to sleep in anyway because I can't sleep when they like just run the weed whacker. And you might think, oh, well, they're doing it so early in the day. At least, like, they'll be done by the time you, like, do work or, by the end of the day. No. It will be like this my whole work day. This is how it is now. Maybe let me move. We've got so much space. Let me adjust for in here. I'm somewhere in Jonesy. Hello? But yeah, since Pokemon Legends ZA, it's literally like Pokemon Z. Like, I remember Legends being told about there will be a Pokemon Z one day. Throughout my whole childhood, that was like I was like, that could be the only like really hyped thing to really get me into Pokemon. I felt was like if the fabled Pokemon ZA came into existence. And now it is. And I also I did stream a bit of the Legends Arceus game, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it because it wasn't perfect at all. I've talked about this in a few video essays too. I've used it as an example, but you know, they did something new, and that was like what I wanted. I've wanted from the Pokemon company for a while, was even if it's a risk that didn't pay off, I wanted them to like go outside of their comfort zone and just try something new, because that's, I think, what sets the Pokemon company different from the rest of Nintendo, because people like to just like lump them together, but the big difference is I think Nintendo always tries to innovate on their like EDP titles every single time, while I think Pokemon's been playing it pretty safe for a long time, but I get it because it's a big moneymaker, right? So to have that all set up, and kind of used as a way to be like, well, this isn't a spin-off game, right? So if the spin-off doesn't do well, then we just can it there. But if it does well, then we can look into this more. So I do really like that. And Pokemon does that. That's why they have so many spin-offs, right? Is so that they could take those risks in other titles. And then sometimes that will bleed into the mainline series. So I like that, but this spin-off series, the Legends one, feels the closest to like what the next evolution of the Pokemon franchise should be one day. Oh, it's clipping into the fountain just a little bit. No. Maybe we do just keep you at this height then. There we go. Okay, and our weapons vendor. Where are we gonna put you? In fact, let's make this pillar a bit. It's time for you to shrink a little bit. I do want to redo like the structure in the center here as well. I just want to see how much real estate we have to deal with. Like, maybe we make this a full second floor, actually. That might work a bit better with more vendors on top. I do want to make portals in between each area also. Maybe we could do the base work for that today with these. We'll see how much time we have. I'll give myself like 40 more minutes. So y'all know these streams. I'm like, we could do this, and we could do this, and we could do this, and I gotta go. But I do, I do really like doing this stuff. I was really excited to just like do a project where we already have, you know, the base gameplay loop already set up this year. We've already done the block out of this before, so it's just focusing on all the polished details, because that is really what makes a game shine. Like there is a lot, you want to have that core loop of fun in your first pass of something without a doubt. But there's also the element, I think, of like a lot of the small special details that you love in a game probably were just last minute really fun additions that someone was messing around with and was like, you know what, let's put this in the game. So the polish and the iteration stage is important just for like playability, but the polish stage is important just for character, I think, for a game. This has gotten very tiny very quickly. Do this. Yeah. Alright, now that we have the basic outline... Ah! No, I didn't mean to delete you! Let's start deleting all the old blockout stuff, and then we can reshape this. I was gonna line the inside with the brick, but now I'm like, well, does it really look this bad to be inside? I think we'll still keep this because we might need some Hexylvania things to make the actual interior structure of it. We might need to move Jonesy out of here for a moment. The great Jonesy of Oz. We're not deleting him. Not deleting him. I guess we could just select all these, but there's something more soothing about going through and just individually kind of pruning them to me. I don't know, sometimes individually selecting things feel like it's like using a coloring book. I'm like, I know it's pointless, but it is soothing. Actually, those are my favorite days in game dev, where it just feels like you're doing a coloring book, where everything's just kind of relaxed and laid back, and then you're like, well, wait, what if I did this thing? Here's the thing. Do I have scaling snapping? We do now. Scale you down and raise you up. Yes. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Just kind of hit any real corners here. and I almost... Yeah, let's put two of the small ones up here. Let's make the back like the tallest. Actually, how does... Make it even taller, I think. Make you a little... It's gone. Slightly thinner piece here, kind of like a little facade. Alright, alright. Now how does that look for Munchkin Land? Okay, I like that, I like that. We can roll with this. Why does my pharmacy keep doing this, man? I asked them again to fill up some other prescriptions, and on time, my anxiety stuff, and they filled up all the, and I said fill it up on Saturday. I'm like, I don't need anything until like next week even, but I'm not gonna go pick it up until Saturday. They filled it up immediately at the start of the week, everything except the anxiety one, and now they keep on sending me messages like, are you going to pick this up? So I might have to run out sooner. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pick it up Saturday. When I said for everything except the one that I really needed. And I am like weaning off and going on a lower dose just because I don't know if it's the way like Walgreens is handling it or if it's like my insurance acting up, but like I just can't. I'm not getting like reliable refills, like insurance just always cancels it out, and I don't want to like be so reliant on it if I don't have to be. So it sucks, but American healthcare is not great at the moment, possibly gonna get worse. So I gotta make do. Jonesy, get out of the way! So maybe we just... Jonesy! Maybe we just raise these up a little higher? Or can we lower it by... No. Do something like this. go. And honestly, I'm just going to now just line this up because I can make this whatever I want it to be, really. So I'm just gonna line this up with the sides that we have it at now, like that. Or I see that it looks weird because of the gaps up there. You know what, it's fine. I'm not picky about it. I'm not picky about it. Here, we'll do this. Maybe we'll do actually more like this. Alright, that's a little better. That's a little better. It's still very blocky, still very level designer-y. But you know what? It at least matches like the rest of the space now. It isn't like clearly a different type of block out than everything else. Now for the interior. Much smaller now. I do want to find a different material for these stairs, but for now I'm gonna leave it like that as like a sometimes actual hack like in the industry is if you want to make sure that you need to change a material is to make it a very bright neon color. That way like it has to get a bug report written on it, or somebody has to see it and be like, oh my god, this is broken, I need to fix this. So yeah, sometimes leaving things intentionally very brightly ugly, so that you look at it and you know it's out of place is a good way to be like, I can't fix this now, but we need to replace it later. So I'm gonna leave it that color. Slide, oop. Slide you up here. So yeah, I'm fine keeping the cosmetics vendor like this, but maybe we do like a few around this pole as well to make it even. What to do about you? So you know what? Maybe we do our... Is your time to shine? Where are the rest of our Hexylvania assets? They've been right outside the window for hours. How is it possible? I'm having trouble focusing because I'm just... It's like sensory overload for me. And there's hair in my mouth. ASMR. Ah! My window's open. Do you think if I just like glared down grumpily? Let's see. Do a little archway. Yeah, I want to have the archways, I think. Right, definitely one up here. And let me just copy this and make sure it still will apply nicely. Very nicely. Not, well, not entirely very nicely, but you know what, that's... Oh, there we go. So on the tertiary color, even though that wasn't marked. I'm going to lose my mind. I can't focus on anything. I need it to snow, man. I don't care about grass. My cat's allergic to grass. I don't care for it. It is funny, I'll say stuff like, yeah, my boyfriend and I like go on more trips outside and stuff. It's genuinely important to touch grass. And then on days like today where they're like, doing all the lawn care stuff, I'm like, I've actually always hated grass. I never want to go outside again. You know what? I remember why. I am grateful that we have people doing lawn care, because another reason I don't like grass. I don't want to do that. I don't want. How do you mow a lawn? I don't want to. HOA stuff where you pay to have someone tell you, "Hey, you need to mow your lawn today." Like, what's that? What's that about? Do they want to show up on stream or something? What? I think I wouldn't mind as much if if we had a little thing to be like, there's lawn maintenance today, like FYI, but there's not. There's not. But I wouldn't mind so much. Our apartment just never communicates to us. Wasn't there supposed to be a... Maybe it's not this. I swear there was a thing where you could like see which wall had it on both sides. That's the one I have. This side, you know what, this side's flat, it's fine. Okay, they moved away. I hear them getting quieter. Yay! Cause yeah, if I knew like, hey, the standard like lawn care thing will be like every so many days, starting at this time, I wouldn't be upset about it, because I'd be like, oh well, they sent us a warning, so I know. But we never get a warning, man. We never get the warning. It's fine, it's fine. Now that I've had a moment to throw a temper tantrum, I reflect on my actions, and I'm I've calmed down. I just need a coffee. Ooh, I don't know if they're still partnering with Starbucks this year, but I saw Wicked is doing a collaboration with Dunkin', which I also like quite a bunch. So I'm excited, I'm excited. Big day for annoying people, you know? Though the collab's kind of like Glinda's drink is pretty much just Sabrina's drink with blueberry, a shot of blueberry added, and then Elphaba's drink is like pretty much just a matcha. Like I don't even know if there's any changes to it. But you know what? They're going to put like little sprinkles on the munchkins. Which makes that's what I was wondering last year when they collabed with Starbucks but not Dunkin'. I'm like, munchkins. So I think it must have clicked for someone over at marketing. They're like, oh, we forgot something. But I will definitely have to get those. And Starbucks apple drink is coming back, so I can stop whining about it. Even though I've really enjoyed, I actually genuinely like making the syrup like myself. Like now part of me is like, well, it's not gonna be as good as mine. Like I've really enjoyed making my own macchiatos. So I don't think I'll get a few of them, but I don't actually think I'll get that many compared to the ones I've been making myself. Do I want to have stairs to like a upstairs to this another floor? I feel like making this like a tall centerpiece would be good. I feel like it needs to be like one more level taller to make sense. I'm trying not to use so many of the destroyed assets because that's what we have in the prefab of the Hexylvania castle for our Wicked Witch fight. So I'm like, let me not use a 1-to-1, but I almost want to make the top part like a little library. Actually, so the outside can be all green, but I want the inside to be like all wooden. So let me put down some wooden stuff. I guess I'll make sure this side is. Ooh. Yeah, make sure that side's green and then this part can be all wooden. It's not gonna line up exactly as I suspected because I didn't really measure this to snapping. I just extruded a cube, which we've been a lot better about. Might fit this way? Okay, we can make it fit this way. That's good. We'll seal that up. It'll be fine. We'll fix it in post. Then honestly, I think we'll just board it up at these spots. Oh wait, I gotta sneeze. My bad. My bad. Or let's use... Oh, you know what? Let's use the little, balconies for the spots missing. Just make sure whatever's at the bottom here is green. It's not you. It's not you. There we go. Get the corner piece. And then once we're done with this, we might be done. Actually, no, once we're done with this, I do want to quickly at least use the little text actors and mark the places for everything else to go. I'm gonna shrink this and maybe we can change the material a bit later. If that's Walgreens calling me again on God, I'll pick it up when I said I was gonna pick it up. They harassing me today. Actually, maybe we just do it on this side and we keep the walls up on everything else. This could use a little more support underneath it. Because I made this smaller. Okay, just like deleted my... That's fine, it just deleted my undo. It's fine. Let's move this stuff over here. Oh, maybe we could put the scroll just over on here for now. Could put something else for sale up here. And then it might make sense for the portals to be around here. So let me see, teleporter. So enable during phase none. Because I want to be able to enable it. Or for now I'm gonna make them one way. But I do hope to have them like unlock the other way as well. Just do a little bit of magic right here. Go. Out of sight, out of mind. So yeah, let's rename you teleporter. To east. And then let's name you teleporter east. So we'll put you right like here. And then where did I end up putting you? My goodness. I'll put you right over Munchkin Land. I'll lower them a bit. I think I put them a little high in the air. Essentially, I want it to be like right over the yellow brick road, and then I want to make the height the same for all of them. So let me see how far up I want to put it. Like 13. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and put a label on it. So let me make sure we haven't saved in a moment too. Let me save. What has experimental settings? What? What did it do? Now what the hell did it do? Will prevent publishing? What settings? What settings? I don't even know what. Huh? You know, I'll worry about that later. We're not publishing today, but I don't. So I was giving UEFN some props for updating cleanly. I was like, hey, I dropped it because of a lot of bugs, but it seems like all those bugs have been resolved, so I'm happy. They've been replaced with new bugs, and I don't know if they're worse or not. But yeah, not knowing what new settings there are and it being like, oh, you can't publish this. Definitely a little concerning. Oh wait, I needed to change this amount to a very big number so I could speedrun it. But that, okay, that already looks way better. I think, you know, I didn't know if we'd have something decent by the end of today, especially for just like an hour. But I'm really glad. I had a bunch of different assets I wanted to kit bash together, but just using that alone, it's like, I don't think it's originally that green either. I put the steel green material over it. It's like a gray material, and it came out like the exact tone that I wanted it to. Like, this is the emerald color I've been like trying to look for and set up a material for, so it happened to work just right. Oh my gosh! Hi, Artie! I was just like, I felt something on my foot and I thought it was a bug, so I kicked my foot. It's my cat. Hi, bug. I also might be very tired for these next few streams. We are watching Mocha. She's under the couch cooking right now, or I would have shown her. Oh, Artie wants to be. Hi, bub. Come here. Come here, little man. We did not sleep that much. Oh, he's a little man. He's a little man. He did not. Actually, he had a whole meltdown before bed. And then she had a meltdown afterwards, so. Cats are just little children sometimes. Can I not change the amount in here? What? Okay, we're gonna have to push changes again. So yeah, we might only be able to test one portal, but I will set the rest of them up as well. Now also, yeah, I want to look into this stuff, but assuming the portal stuff works, actually we could just set up the portal stuff tomorrow. It kind of ties into like how we want to set up our ending game loop, which is going to be in Emerald City anyway. So we'll just do this and then work on it more tomorrow. But tomorrow, since we got the initial structural pass of Emerald City done today. Okay, now there's only one editor error. That's weird. I do want to focus on save state stuff. We already have a basic one in, but I want to make some tweaks and adjustments, and I want to focus on, even if it's just more of a conceptual me talking out loud stream, I want to focus on, a lot of tycoons have like kind of a new game plus type loop where you can restart, that way you can get all the XP and all the achievements again. XP is a pretty big reason people play Fortnite creative. So you can hit those triggers again, and you can like do that whole game loop again, but you can like keep your cosmetics, or you can like keep your weapons, or have like a boost to the amount of money you make. So I want to have like repeatability in that, so that requires tweaking the save states a little bit first, and then thinking of do we want to have something that resets your progress and how to implement that. So a bit more of a scripting focused stream tomorrow morning. And then next week, I think I have the day off Monday. They haven't confirmed it yet, for Indigenous Peoples Day. So I think I have the day off. And if so, if not, I'll just do a short morning stream. But if I believe I do, then I will do a full afternoon stream, and we are going to focus on the combat overhaul. So you're not walking in and out of those portals anymore. Hopefully we can just make it like a magic circle. Maybe I could find like a nice effect to use for that too. But yeah, I want to make the combat worked in a little bit better for the system. Let's just run and pay everything. I mean, yeah, this looks great. I'm very happy with this. I forgot to move Jonesy. We gotta put Jonesy back inside. I forgot. Forgive me, Jonesy. I think there's definitely, we'll hit this in the set dressing pass. There's definitely more pizzazz we can do to the outside structure of this, but, and we're gonna do a lighting pass at some point too. I mean, we got our weapons vendor over there, we got cosmetics in the middle. Need to make Toto more noticeable over here. Then the portal. You know, this is coming along. This is coming along. I like this. I'm happy with this. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up there because I'm out of time. But I hope you all were able to relax and chill alongside me today. Also, these haven't hit YouTube yet because I've been kind of wanting to like let the video essay simmer for a bit, but I'm probably gonna post all 3 VODs like at once sometime Friday afternoon. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can watch the previous one and you can watch the next one already. I'm gonna drop them kind of in a clump at the same time, and then yeah, resume posting as normal with the Elden Ring stuff. My VODs aren't hitting YouTube as fast anymore because I'm going to start trimming like the starting soon portion a little bit more each time, and probably the ending portion as well. So that means it has to like reprocess the entire video, which isn't a big deal for the morning streams, but like doing that and taking out the BRBs on like the Elden Ring streams, for example, that's going to take a lot longer to process. So if VODs aren't hitting YouTube as quickly, I do apologize, but I do think it will make it like a bit cleaner of a format moving forward. And I know I do a lot of yapping at the start and end of stream, so I could clip those as well. I kind of just want to preserve like the majority of it though. So we'll see. For now, I don't want to overclip, even though I mean, you could always just skim ahead in the video and see when I stop my yapping. Do Emerald City Art Pass. But yeah, and like I said, I might move the VODs onto a separate channel in the new year, but for now, that's all in the same place as the video essays. I actually started writing up the next video essay on... Oh, it said sync latest, and I'm like, what do you mean by that? But yeah, I've started work on the next video essay on Zelda development already. That one's fun because I've actually had to go back and look at a lot of Iwata Ask, and then I didn't realize they actually had made a successor to that in recent years as well. So I've been reading a lot of interviews direct from Nintendo for this video, and I don't know, I'm currently working full-time and stuff as well. I don't have like too much time to do a heavy research video, but I do want to integrate a little bit more research into my videos and see how those ones do versus just the like vibes videos, which I also love doing. Like the tutorials video was just me yapping on a topic, and it might get overtaken by this new video, but that one's currently the most successful video we have. So this first year of video essays is just me testing the water for what works, but I've gotta go to work. Thank you all for hanging out. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody.